Vito Corleone built an empire to protect his family. Michael Corleone inherited it and destroyed his family to protect it. Father and son, both called Godfather. Both brilliant, both ruthless, but only one understood what power was actually for. The Godfather Part II is a masterpiece because it does what no other film has. It tells two stories simultaneously, Vito's rise and Michael's fall, and shows they're the same story in reverse. Everything Vito built, Michael destroys. Every principle Vito lived by, Michael violates. Every person Vito protected, Michael eliminates. Today we're breaking down the most devastating father-son relationship in cinema. Not because they hated each other, but because Michael loved his father so much, he became everything Vito never wanted him to be. I've got 8 chapters with timestamps below. Stick around until the end. I'll reveal the one decision that separated Vito from Michael, the moment their paths diverged forever. Let's get into it. To understand why Michael fails where Vito succeeds, you have to see where each started. Young Vito is 9 when we meet him in Part 2. He watches his mother beg for his life before being killed by Don Chicho. His father and brother are already dead. Vito barely escapes, running for his life. He arrives in America with nothing. No family, no money, no language, no skills. Processed through Ellis Island, renamed Corleone, after his village, he's sent alone into Little Italy. Vito builds a life. He works in a grocery store, marries Carmela, has children, works honestly, keeps his head down. Then Fanucci, the local extortionist, gets him fired for refusing to hire Fanucci's nephew. Vito has done nothing wrong, yet he's punished. This is what creates the Godfather. Not ambition, not greed, but necessity. Vito realizes that in America, honest men get crushed while bullies prosper. He decides to become powerful enough that no one can ever threaten his family again. Michael is born into wealth, privilege, and protection. His father is already Don Corleone. He goes to Dartmouth, becomes a Marine, a decorated war hero. Michael doesn't need the family business. He has options, he has legitimacy, the American dream his father fought to provide. At Connie's wedding, he tells Kay, "That's my family, Kay. That's not me." Vito wants Michael to stay out, be a senator, governor, someone respectable. Vito entered the criminal world out of necessity. Michael enters it to protect his family because he can. Vito built the empire from survival. Michael inherited it from love. That difference, necessity versus inheritance, is why one succeeds and one fails. Let's look at how father and son approach power completely differently. When Vito kills Fanucci, he doesn't just take over, he becomes the neighborhood protector. Vito's philosophy, loyalty through generosity, it works. Vito's empire is built on relationships. People want to work for him. Michael doesn't build relationships. He eliminates threats. When Michael takes power, his first move is the systematic elimination of anyone who opposed his father. Michael's philosophy, identify threats, calculate solutions, execute without emotion. Vito builds an empire people want to preserve. Michael builds an empire people stay in out of fear. Both men claim everything they do is for family. Vito becomes Don Corleone to protect his family. Even in crime, he acts strategically. Watch Vito with his family, warm, playful with his grandson. Vito loves his family. Vito succeeds. His children grow up safe, and that privilege allows Michael to destroy it all. Michael claims he's protecting the family, but by Part 2, Michael sits alone at his compound. Michael has become his family's threat. Vito dies in a garden, surrounded by family and tomato plants. Michael sits alone in his Lake Tahoe fortress, everyone else dead. Both men are capable of extreme violence. When Vito kills, it's professional and it solves a specific problem. Every act of Vito's violence has a purpose. He kills only when necessary and never sooner. Vito even knows when not to kill. When Sollozzo proposes the drug trade, Vito refuses. Vito's violence has limits. Michael's doesn't. The baptism sequence defines Michael's approach. As Michael renounces Satan in church, his men execute. Michael didn't need to kill all 5 at once. He did it to send a message. Vito's violence creates stability. Michael's creates paranoia. How do you get people to follow you? The opening scene of The Godfather shows exactly how Vito builds loyalty. Bonasera, the Undertaker, comes asking for justice. Vito doesn't grant the request outright. He negotiates. Vito helps Bonasera. Bonasera now owes Vito. The relationship is set. Vito doesn't buy loyalty, he earns it. Michael doesn't earn loyalty, he enforces it. When Fredo betrays him, Michael orders his execution. Michael's version of loyalty is absolute, total obedience or death. Vito creates followers who would die for him. Michael creates followers who obey out of fear. The way each man treats his wife reveals everything about who he is. We see little of Vito's marriage, but what we see matters. In the Part 2 flashbacks, Vito comes home warm and affectionate. There's warmth in that household. Vito lies about his work, but the relationship feels real. When Vito is shot, Carmela is devastated. When he dies in the garden, she mourns genuinely. Michael's relationship with Kay begins with a promise. It's a lie. Michael knows it. Kay wants to believe it. That line defines their marriage. Kay eventually understands. When she asks if he killed Carlo, and Michael lies to her face. When Kay tells Michael she had an abortion, the lie finally collapses. Michael's response is immediate and final. He strikes her, then banishes her. So what did each man actually accomplish? By the time Vito dies in Part 1, he's achieved exactly what he set out to do. Yes, Sonny is dead, but Vito dies peacefully in his garden. Vito's tragedy is that he succeeded too well. He gave his children privilege, softening Michael enough to destroy it. By the end of Part 2, what has Michael accomplished? He's consolidated power, he's the most powerful crime boss in America, and he's alone. Michael won every battle and lost the war. Part 2 ends on one of cinema's most devastating images, Michael alone at the Lake Tahoe compound. Compare that to Vito's death, playing with his grandson in a sunlit garden. So what's the real difference between Vito and Michael? For Vito, power exists to serve the family. That's why he refuses Sollozzo's drug deal. He knows drugs bring police that endangers his children. That decision gets him shot. But by Vito's values, it's the right one. Somewhere along the way, Michael flips the equation. Family becomes a means to an end. When Michael must choose, he chooses the business every time. Blood, love, happiness, everything is secondary to the institution. Vito spent his life building something for Michael. Michael spent his life destroying what Vito built. So who's the better godfather, Vito or Michael? If you're measuring by power, Michael wins. If you're measuring by happiness, family cohesion, Vito wins in a landslide. Here's what destroys me about the Godfather saga. Vito did everything right according to his own moral code. And the very success of his protection made Michael soft enough to believe he could do it better. Vito Corleone is the better godfather because he never forgot that power was a means. Michael Corleone is the more tragic figure because he inverted that equation. And the most devastating part? Michael knew it. He knows he's become something his father never wanted him to be. That's the tragedy of Michael Corleone. He became a monster in the name of protecting something that no longer existed. That's the breakdown. Drop a comment and subscribe for more deep dives. If this analysis hit you, check out my other breakdown. Video is on screen now. I'll see you in the next one.